All right, guys, what's going on? My name is Logan with West Desert Wheeler. Today, got the G-Speed out here, and we're going to be running the Risk Trail, and I'm going to be pushing this thing up the hardest lines on this trail, including a few that I broke the other day that I have never done with any other vehicle before, but thanks to the new G-Speed build, I was able to conquer. We're going to see if we can get them on camera today. It is gloomy and cold, and it might start raining on us at any second, so looking forward to it. Should be a good time. Let's hit the trail. We've got my goofball dog out here, Sydney, with us. And let's get to it. So this is an alternate entrance into my little trail out here. A little slick out here today. So this truck I picked up from Sky RC. Sky RC Hobby Shop in St. George, Utah is now carrying the full line of G-Speed products, which definitely prompted me into building one. So if you guys are in the area of southern Utah, stop by, say what's up to Cody, and he can get you hooked up with a G-Speed if that's what you're after. A couple changes I've made to the truck. You can kind of see the driver's helmets in the cab there. You can see the back of the seats and the windows. I painted this body not intending to have an interior, so I matte cleared all the windows, and then I just decided to put my old Gatekeeper interior out of the Gatekeeper kit that I had laying around. I had the full cage and interior. I decided I wasn't going to run the Gatekeeper at all, so I threw it in this truck. This line is a lot tougher than it looks because it's got overhangs on both rear tires. The other day I was able to get up here, time it right, and just bump my way up. So let's see if we can get it on camera. Ooh, that was close. It is starting to snow on me. So there we go. Snow, rain, sleet, whatever. We're getting it all out here in Utah today. Oh yeah, using the homemade sliders I've got. You can see the white plastic at the bottom of the body there. I made the sliders for this truck. Pretty simple, they're just a white plastic, thanks to my dad. He actually hooked me up with a chunk of a plastic sheet, cut them out to the shape and length that I wanted, the width that I needed, and then I just double side taped them to the G-Speed printed sliders, and then now it fits my body and offers a little more protection. And they're smooth, slick plastic, so super simple, lightweight. It works good. I'm liking them so far. Continuing along this alternate entrance into the Risk Trail. I've played on these obstacles quite a lot with my trucks. I just kind of rarely get them on video. Very off-camber side hill section. Using that front right tire to keep the belly up. And then we're just gonna hold it right. Back tire's floating in the air. Yeah, front left should contact. It's real tippy right here. It's not climbing as much as it is sliding. Sydney's just making sure we're on a good line. And then crawl on out of there. That was a cool one. Definitely right on the edge of tipping over. All right, so this is a big steep climb, and there are a couple options for how to get up. For a less capable vehicle, you just go left and then you get up to the top. Our goal is to get up into that crack. So with other vehicles, most of the vehicles go up to the right and then you side hill along here and then you end up in a technical section at the top. Really good vehicles can go up and get up across this crack, which I did with my Capra that I recently posted. This truck, I'm going to try and then cross over onto that rock face right here and then climb the last vertical climb out the top. I was able to get in position the other day, but I was unable to get over the last climb. Let's see if we can get it on camera, at least get as far as we can. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't make it, then I don't know if it ever will. What's up, dog? So this is already just barely capable of crawling up this rock face. And then you got to transfer across a big ledge with not a lot of traction. Once you get your front end up, you can't run too far up the wall ahead of it, otherwise it tips it over. So I'm going to try and get both tires up right about now. Got to get that back left up, and then we're actually going to let this truck slide. So now we got the back left up. Okay, there we go. Got the front up, got all four tires on the rock face. Don't want it to let go now. It's just kind of sliding across. And then we're going to turn it uphill. It's going to help it pivot. A few more specs on the build. It is running overdrive in the front. I've got the overdrive gear set from Trio, I think, in the front axle. Shout out to my brother for hooking me up with that. And then I've also got the Element transmission overdrive gear set from the kit of the Gatekeeper, so it's like 11% at the transmission. So this climb is where the truck was unable to get up last time. All right, so this climb is like ridiculous. It's crazy steep and there's a giant overhang on the back. And I don't think we're getting up it today. All right, I just reset the truck simply for my own time. That upper climb is just so steep. Now the overhang is worse as I come closer to the camera, but then the top ledge is a little more rounded out. So that's kind of where I would like, you got to find the happy middle ground where the tires can get up in the rear and the fronts will pull the truck forward. With a winch I could get up this, but obviously you can get up a lot of stupid stuff with the winch. Yeah, it's not happening, but at least the truck can get here. That's a first for any of my trucks. Sydney is liking the camera today. She's hanging out right by me. So here's the climb right after what I call the toilet bowl. If you guys have seen my videos on this trail before, you'll kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about there. There's always been this crazy vertical climb that is right on the edge of a big drop. And if you don't have the right truck, your truck will just flip over backwards right here. And so usually it requires momentum. The other day, I was able to just creep and crawl up this with my G-Speed. Let's see if we can get her to do it today. Yep, no momentum. That was it. Exactly how I did it the other day. With slightly wet rocks. Not too bad. All right, here's the Risk cliff that I just drove through, right where the big drop off is. Typically, I usually drive these trucks. I'll just drive it real quick for you guys. I usually drive up this little ledge, cruise on up. Yeah, that's fun. With a G-Speed, we can take a different line. Instead of just going up the little ledge that's like a curb height, we're gonna go up this big, steep, slick rock climb here. And it's just gonna crawl it. And then you hook that passenger tire on that top ledge, the driver hooks on the top, and it just pulls the whole thing right up and over like it was never there. All right, highlight of Risk Trail. Usually I drive into the corner and then I side hill around the point of that. With this truck the other day, I broke open a new line that I'd never seen any other truck do, despite 6 or 7 or 12 people I've brought out here have tried, and that is the right-hand line. Like, I don't even know if I've ever showed an attempt on camera because it just doesn't work. I think we already missed our cue here. We need to get our rear tires up. So we're gonna drive up on this wall. I need to take a little reverse here because I didn't get my rear tires up soon enough. My dog found a ball. Now this is the problem. You get so steep that by the time your front tire hooks on the top, it throws you over backwards. I was able to just sneak my front tire on top of that last time. And this is kind of like the repeating theme here, is that this truck has such a good center of gravity. Oh yeah, those tires are barely touching, man. This truck has such a good center of gravity that it can go a little bit steeper, and that's all it takes, just that little bit more to open up new lines. So the rear end's trying to spin the rear of the truck around, or the front of the truck, I should say. Yep, and the front end settled down. Grabbed a hold, got that awesome belly clearance with the tilted skid. And that was it. It went up on camera. That is officially a new line. Now, the only other truck I've seen do that was directly after the first time I did it. I was out here with my buddy Riley with his 4-wheel steer Capra, and that little kid, man, he can freaking drive. He's my Rock Pirates team driver, teammate, and he got his 4-wheel steer Capra up that line. But the G-Speed did it first. Now, I have seen quite a few trucks do this one. It's a fun one. It's certainly a challenge. And so this one's just because it's fun to drive. Put you right on the edge of the cliff. You gotta sneak your tire on that front right around that corner and then lean into it. If you get it right, it'll pull your whole truck up like that. And then you stay on top of it and then turn into the next ledge. You gotta get the back right up. But then you gotta start your turn because there's nothing in front of that truck. It's just a drop. And you just keep climbing up. If you guys like the paint job, I did put up a video where I paint the Iron Man paint scheme. I go through how I did it. I'm not an expert in painting, but if you're curious and you want to try it yourself, it's definitely like the video for people who don't know what they're doing, like myself. If you want to see another idiot try and paint a truck while you're an idiot trying to paint a truck, that's your video right there. Ah, beautiful G-Speed. Very, very nice. Carbon fiber V3 chassis. Well, dudes, there was the first trail run with the G-Speed. The first run was just kind of like hitting random obstacles. This is a known trail that I know how these trucks should perform, and this one, no doubt, doing awesome. The weather was playing with me today. I've been out here no more than a half hour, and I've experienced sun to rain to snow and back to sun. So at this point, we're gonna go grab my SCX6 and go force it up a trail that is ridiculously too hard for it and just see what happens. But for now, I hope you enjoyed the G-Speed content. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit the affiliate links down below. Again, one more shout out to Sky RC. Thank you very much, Cody. I greatly appreciate all your support, brother. I really appreciate it. We will see you guys in the next one. Keep the rubber side down.